Let's cut to the chase. It's not easy playing Ridley at a competitive level. Hear me out. Ridley has a tough time getting in. The problem with his neutral is that projectiles completely suffocate him, and a well aimed shot can stop plasma breath before it starts, meaning he has no valid way to camp his opponent back. You can quickly lose momentum against characters like Wolf when they decide to camp with long range lasers at unpredictable timings. Continuous close range pressure is difficult to deal with due to limited out of shield options. Palutena has good projectile zoning and can wail on you at close range, making her a particularly difficult matchup. There is no ideal answer for these situations. The good things about Ridley are nothing short of amazing. He's got a strong advantage state that naturally progresses into tech chasing, catching landings, and gimping off stage with his 3 jumps and enormous, lingering hitboxes. Unfortunately, the character has no built in way to compensate for the things he struggles with. Your mindset is especially important while playing Ridley because it's up to you to figure out how to deal with the strategies he struggles against. It comes down to your research, your experience, and your sheer force of will while keeping a level head. This is by far the most difficult aspect of playing Ridley, and the reason why he's nowhere near as easy to master as the community thinks. What can you do to take care of your mindset? First of all, reevaluate the reasons why you play this game. Lots of players will say, oh, play to learn, without going into much more detail or offering any reason as to why that's a desirable objective. People at different skill levels don't process information the same way. The idea of learning is something that's incredibly subjective because everybody has different goals and different ways of quantifying growth. For example, a top 10 PGR player just barely making top 8 at a major might feel disappointed in their placement, whereas an average player would probably say, this is the greatest day of my life, if they could manage such a thing. Growth and learning are both things that we're obsessively inclined to measure. You might be so busy worrying about not beating your bracket demon that you won't celebrate taking your first set off of one of the top seeds. We get nervous when we don't think we're learning, and that nervousness can be paralyzing. We start to measure growth in wins, and when we don't win, we're deprived of the proof that we're learning, which is upsetting. You thought you were playing to learn, but you're really just after wins in the end. If you don't keep your emotions in check and create objectives, playing to learn can quickly turn into playing for results, and that's no good. I think that this idea needs to be framed differently. Hear me out, because this is kind of out of left field. When an antelope is born and takes its first steps, it stumbles. It's a given that it can't keep up with an adult. There's no antelope class on how to walk, nor is there a YouTube tutorial for antelopes on how to get better at running. Unlike people, the baby antelope isn't worrying about how much slower it is than others of its kind. It doesn't feel any embarrassment from falling down when it tries to walk. Within a remarkably short time frame, it learns to walk and then to run simply through the process of trial and error. Do antelopes compare themselves to one another? I wouldn't know. But what I do know is that they learn how to keep up with others by getting experience and continuing to seek that experience whether they fall down or not. Playing for experience, regardless of outcome, is the greatest mindset for mental health and progress. The players who are best at this game have taken by far the most L's. There's a considerable population of players that do well at locals simply because they've been attending them for a long time. Just like the baby antelope becomes really good at walking and running by trying to walk and run a lot, a person gets really good at Smash by playing a lot of people and being open to experience. Don't worry about results. Play for experience, and it'll be easier to play with a clear head and have fun. Second, take care of your body. Make sure you get enough sleep and eat a good meal before you play, and bring plenty of water to the venue. The state of your body can affect your energy levels and outlook on the game, so make sure you stay hydrated. You'll also feel much better if you bathe and wear clean, comfy clothes. It's worth the effort, and you'll feel relaxed and refreshed. If you're feeling stressed before a tournament, take a walk, listen to some music, talk to a friend, or hang out with a pet if you have one available. Third, when you get hit by things that are difficult to deal with, don't panic. The goal of any type of pressure in Smash is to get in your head. When this is happening in a set, stay calm and focus on what's literally going on without making it all about how you feel. If you can peel back the layers of frustration, panic, and doubt during a challenging situation, you'll be able to make some insightful observations and keep your head and heart in the game. Close-ranged pressure is meant to make you freak out and reveal a defensive habit your opponent can exploit, such as always jumping out of shield or rolling a certain way. Projectile pressure is meant to frustrate you, making your approaches more reckless and predictable. It makes the timing of your maneuvers easier to manage, easier to understand. Finally, be confident in yourself and Ridley. Just because you have to work to compensate for some of his flaws doesn't mean he's a bad character. He's explosive, oppressive, and terrifying to play against. When you lose, accept it gracefully without placing blame on yourself or your character. Remember, play for experience, take care of yourself, don't buckle under pressure, and have confidence in Ridley. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.